to the big house, Michigan Stadium. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. So Texas A&M's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. Under pressure. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And guys, he just didn't get outside the tackle box. You can't throw it away like that. 2nd and long after the grounding call. Fights off the defender. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Underwood. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. Smashes through the tackle. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
And I know he tucked that thing and he got some good yards, but as a defense, that's exactly why you're so thankful to be in 3rd and long. You're backed up. You're taking away the passing game. No explosive plays. He takes off and run. He chews up some yardage, but you do what you're supposed to do. You throw that fist in the air and you force the 4th down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Got some green grass. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Gets the back moving. Rush right in his face. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking for the edge. He'll do it himself. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. Great job by the back on the option. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run.
Number 37, set to kick this one over.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff again. Powers through the defender. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the lumber.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They boot it away on 4th down. Looks it in at the 40. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Look out! Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense.
Touchdown, Aggies! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. At the 35, he's loose. All out of space. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
Number 22, set to kick this one.
On the return, it's Owens. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Play fake, Reed. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
They'll go to the counter play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Looking for the first down, Texas A&M lines up on 4th. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. ready to throw for it on fourth. Makes the grab, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical fourth downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick give. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They're all over him. Out wide right, it's Marsh. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Wolverines will punt this one away.
Number 21 in punt formation to kick it.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Throwing Reed. Still looking to his right. Gets the first himself. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. On the option. Keeps it on 1st down. Now the pitch. Looking for room at the 30. Breaks into the open. He's got 50 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, 1st down here. To the ground, he's got it again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Texas A&M going quickly. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Fired complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
Defense might bring the house here. Lets it go to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Motion from the back. Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Number 37, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing, Underwood. Setting up the screen. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Drives inside. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the 1st half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Grabbed behind the line, it's Warren. They'll get the 1st down, it's spotted on the 49.
And this offense just keeps putting it together, man. Like, they have not been stopped very often. Another play in the passing game. This defense, they've got to find something, and they've got to find it fast. Like, halftime is a little ways away. They got to make some adjustments right now.
Ready? Black 14. Black. Kill. 180, raise car. 180, raise car.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Reed to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They'll run it on the counter. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. He's now got 78 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Defense in press coverage. Sends it back in motion. Got a little space. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And he could not get loose on the run.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll send the back in motion. Trying to get the corner. He'll try to get to the marker himself. There's some room. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Peoples. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Underwood. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. He's loose down the middle. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. Gives them confidence heading into halftime, but remember, they're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. It's good, and they shave 8 points off that lead as they head to the locker room. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls. And it's the Tigers looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Left side, it's Bussey. They've got him corralled.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Gives it. There he goes. The 50. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Reed. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they've built the lead here today.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
That's a really nice play on 2nd down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Throwing Reed. Touchdown, Aggies. And the beatdown has ensued. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Under pressure. Avoids the pressure and gets away. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, you can see the frustration guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Finds his target. He's got enough for the first down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Here's Underwood to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Out wide left, it's Buchanan. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Again, it's Underwood. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's got an open man. Taken down.
Like a big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Rush right in his face. He's got the back in the middle. And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Throwing, Underwood. Look out!
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John football?
Man, John football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Reed. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The holding penalty pushes them back. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Hauls it in, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We reach the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Got an alley. Might have a chance. He's at the... Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house.
Number 37, set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Peoples. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over 1st and 10.
So here comes the Michigan offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Gets rid of it. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. They'll run it on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like,
he uncorks one deep. Got it down the field. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Underwood unloads it left. He makes a catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Michigan! They'll line up to go for two. To the air. It's Underwood. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Here's Underwood to throw. Rush is on. Got rid of it just in time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
and this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Second and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. He'll bring it out. It's Peoples. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Makes the catch. It's Buchanan. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Underwood in the gun on third down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Still looking. Fires downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
To the air, it's Reed. Moving out to the right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and look to play another down.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Searching for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Wants to throw on first. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Throwing, Underwood. Left side is Buchanan. Breaks into the open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
He wants to take the top off. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Bringing it back. The 30. At the 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The 18 unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Deep in the end zone, it's Peoples. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Underwood, they're all over him.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Hands it off. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
He'll take a shot. Caught. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's Underwood to throw. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. And the sticky fingers makes that two-point conversion decision a good one. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, let's live in this moment and try to...
He's going for the big play. Makes a grab. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Magic. Down. Ready. Ninja.
He's changing the play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll need a bunch on second down. Going with the counter play here. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He'll pull it down and run. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
19-yard line. Offense is stopped. Will be turnover.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They get to him as he throws. Couldn't make the play in the end zone, but the offense is going to come out of this with a penalty on the D.
Lily. Mustang, step down. Ready. Win.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be